Are we going? Yeah. Oh, okay, we're ready to go live on Instagram and on Facebook. Lorna's doing her Instagram today. She was away for a couple of weeks, but she is back. I'm finishing up a tiny landscape today. So, I worked on this over the past 2 weeks, right? So, a tiny landscape I could really do if I sat down in half an hour. I'm not crazy about what I've done here, but that's the beautiful thing about small pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this Berry Fields yarn. We have people watching, Angela?
We do. We have 25.
Oh, great. So this is the Berry Fields, and it's hand dyed, either by Angie or in our studio. And I feel like this this rug needs a little jump, and I feel that this yarn will give it the jump that it needs. So I'm going to put the red in here with the blue. So I'm going to take 2 strands at once, and I'm going to go in here. I'm going to outline the tree area again, because remember we talked about the importance of re-outlining what you've already hooked a bit. And I'm just going to fill this in with the wine that's going to turn into blue. There we go. So how's everybody doing today, and where are you viewing from? That's what we want to know. So put in the comments.
I have Wanda from Iowa.
Wanda from Iowa, great. I have never been to Iowa. Has anyone here been to Iowa? No?
Oh, India.
India, wow. This is great.
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Those are all from Instagram. Wow, that's great. So I'm just going to fill in this blue and this red. Great.
Manitoulin Island.
Manitoulin Island.
I have no idea where that is.
Is that in Ontario? Maybe they'll answer us. They'll tell us where it is.
Celia from England.
Hi, Celia.
Is that from California?
Great, you guys.
New Hampshire. Kathleen.
Great.
Heather McClure from the suburbs of Montreal.
Hi, Heather.
Zurich, Ontario.
Zurich, Ontario. I wonder if that's a small place or if it's a big place.
It's near Lake Huron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. So, what's everybody cooking for supper tonight? I'm going to tell you what I'm having, but I'm curious about what you're having. What's everybody cooking?
Connie LaRue, I'm glad you're here. I worked with her this morning to make sure she could get live.
She was having trouble getting live because she was trying to get on Wild with Wool, and it
Yep.
was on our Facebook page where cutting this down. Okay, what's everybody cooking tonight? And you're having chicken.
I am.
Yeah. Lorna, what's Ronnie cooking? Because you're not cooking.
Spaghetti, I think.
Oh, you're having spaghetti. Anybody online telling us what they're cooking tonight?
Potato soup.
Oh, potato soup. That sounds good.
Plain Southern.
Yeah.
Susan Sutherland leftover quiche.
Oh, leftover quiche. Great. Yum.
Twisted Teddy's having chili.
Twisted Teddy's having chili. That sounds good. I made chili last week.
Twist Teddy.
Twist Teddy. What else is cooking? Doesn't have to be fancy, just tell us. We're curious.
Is that lentil dell and cheese?
Lentil dal. Oh.
Naan?
It's like a lentil stew, naan bread.
Yeah, Indian bread?
Yeah. Is that the person from India, maybe, I wonder? Or is it somebody else?
Design, color switch.
Great.
Anything else for the barbecue?
I saw on Facebook today there's something called a butty, and maybe Cecilia from the UK can help. Apparently it's like a hamburger bun filled with French fries.
Oh, I'd like that. I love starch on starch.
I know, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. So tonight I'm having leftovers. So I'm going to tell you everything I had this week. I'm having hummus that's left over from Sunday. Today's Thursday. It's still good because my friend had us all over for dinner and she cooked amazing Lebanese food on Sunday. I posted the picture on Instagram. So I'm having hummus and I'm going to make a salad. And I've got leftover steak and I've got leftover it's called yakni, I guess, Lebanese stew with beans and potato and tomato. I've got leftover brown rice. Clean up my fridge tonight, folks. We're gonna get it all cleaned up, and then tomorrow I might come in here and I might clean up this studio, like my part of it, like all my wool, because Lorna kindly cleaned off my desk today and did a great job. And it's all feeling nice. She just did it out of the goodness of her heart this morning before I came in. Now, see, this looks great. But the tree, I have this problem with trees. It's not standing out enough for me. But, I'm not going to fiddle around. I'm going to leave this and I'm just going to finish that up. And I want to let you know, though, that if you want to take the course in Tiny Landscapes with me, you only have like 5 days left. Is it, Angela, or something? It's not very many days left to take it. So you have to get registered, and it's the 14th. September 14th it starts, and now's the time to register. And I want to show you the packages that are coming with it, that are there with the Tiny Landscapes. So this is our berry yarn, and that's what I used to hook this, and how it changed. Lots of transition in there. And then I'm going to show you, okay, so let's go out here, and we'll see what we got here. So in our Tiny Landscape packages, which are over here, you can see them over here if you have a look. I just want to show you what comes in them. So if you want to learn how to make these gorgeous Tiny Landscapes, you can order the package. And each package, we have package 1 and package 3. And one of them is you get 1 bag of wool and 1 frame. And in the other one, you get, I think the one that's $199, you get all 3 frames and you get 3 bags of wool. But the thing I want to tell you is that the bags of wool have a lot more in them than to do one. So let's tear one open here. So out of 1 bag of wool, I can get probably 1 or 2 Tiny Landscapes. So I'm just going to show you how it works here. So in this bag, we make sure there's blues and greens. So in this bag, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 different blues. So this is probably going to be a water bag, and you get some good dark greens. Then you get some medium greens. Then you get some colors that you can use for other things like flowers. So we've got some yellow, we've got some sari silk, we've got some soft Luna, and then we've got some Briggs and Little Black. And then we have, this has some slub, some dark green slub. And then this one has some jersey in it. We don't have much jersey anymore. So, and then you get 3 swatches of cloth. And I just to show you, the cloth itself, just the cloth, before you did anything else, if you fold the cloth in 4, would cover the 8x8 area. And then if we do this with the Tiny Landscapes, because that's how much area it takes. So, and then you have all this yarn. So you can tell that there's good value in here in terms of, you'll get, when you order 1, you get enough to do almost 2 Tiny Landscapes, really. And then, of course, when you get them, and we make sure that you have enough for, like, all kinds of different details. And in the course, how many patterns are in that course, Angela? Do you know? Is there, like, 40-something patterns?
Yeah, there's like 47 or 49.
Yeah, 47 patterns in the course. So let's open another one just to see how it might be different. So this one is different again.
Oh, that's good. Somebody was asking if the bags were the same.
No, they're all, some of the bags are kind of similar, and then, but what we did was we tried to make each one unique so that they're kind of I mean, it's unlikely you'd get 2 alike, right? They're all unique. So this bag, let's see what we got in this bag. Oh, it's kind of fun. So I've got a pink and a green and a tan cloth. So I've got 3 pieces of cloth. I've got some blue sari. I've got gold jersey. I've got big merino. I've got yellow New Zealand stream. And I've got a khaki New Zealand stream. I do have black because I tried to put black in every one of them. It's kind of handy. I've got green boucle, red Luna. I've got blue bouquet. I've got green stream twist. I've got more, what do you call it? Thick and thin slob. And I've got a dark green heather. And I've got 3 other blues. A stream blue and a hand-dyed studio blue, and then some of our Nova blue. So that'll just give you an idea. And again, this would cover probably 2 tiny landscapes. But just so you know, you can buy a package of 1 or a package of 2. And even if you're not taking the course, or you took the course last year, you might want to grab one of these or a couple of these just to make a few tiny landscapes this fall. I don't have... we won't I don't know that we'll have these in stock all the time. We just have them right now. And the 8x8 frames we do keep in stock all the time. But so if you order 3, you get 3 bags with 3. If you order like one of our packages, the $1.99 packages, you get the 3 frames, handmade here in Cumberland County, and 3 bags. But if you order the other package, you get 1 frame and 1 bag. But in the 1 bag, you'll have enough to do 2. So I just wanted to show you that. Dislike it. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. And now when I look at it, to me, these rugs kind of have a strong message about being in the middle, being in between, about life in general. And for me, my life, I guess. And I think that if one of us feels it, many of us feel it. And I wanted that house to be strong. And this, I said, was the color of Healy's store. It was the color of so many houses in Newfoundland. It's also the color of so many dory boats. This was my favorite. These are my favorite tree. And the thing I really love about this rug is this part down here and how I did the rocks. And, you know, I used this yarn right here is one of our artist series. Surratt, I think it is. You know, and what it does with just a bit of cream and a bit of outlining. And these are from our Sunday Drive series, you know. And then I'm just really happy with this rug now. And I have 4 rugs made in this series that I'm kind of hanging on to and deciding what to do with. And I've designed something else lately that I'll just show you because I'm thinking a lot. I mean, I'm in my 50s, and I'm thinking a lot about midlife. So I had been drawing on the back. I had been drawing on this, and I was thinking about doing this sort of cliffs with 7 women spanning the cliff, but I didn't like the way it felt for the 5 in the middle. They were like hanging over the cliff. So I was drawing yesterday, and I drew 2 different designs, and so I came up with this one. And I think it made me think about, I was thinking about, I'd seen Drea Eaton talking about superpowers. That just occurred to me now, if that influenced me here or not. She was talking about, in her show, she was talking about women with superpowers. But I think what this is for me is about, you know, shining your light. I think that might be what it is. I'm not sure. So I have these women riding waves, and I don't know where this is going. I do know that, I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that this yarn here, which is called Pasture, might be in this rug. And even though it's called Pasture, I may use it in some of the water. I'm not sure. I don't know that this is going to be blue-based. I'm not positive. But I saw this the other day, and it really struck me. The other yarn that I have that I really like is called Big Softy. And I'm just going to show you that here. It's like this. Comes in a skein like that. And you'll notice, yeah, it's really, really soft. So I'm thinking I'm going to outline those big waves in that white. And also it might be this like white, this white light in the sky. I'm not sure. So that's what I'm going to be working on over the next little while, the next few weeks. And I'm going to sew that on my shed camp frame. I'll probably do that while I'm talking to you. So I'm going to get that on here now. So let's get that ready. Oh, And Susan Sutherland posted a picture of herself today with her new Create Beauty everyday necklace on. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. That looks so good, that big chunky, the new chunky necklace. We're having fun. We're going to work with we're going to make some other Create Beauty everyday products too, because we think it's an important message about getting people, to get people out there thinking about each day, because every day that we get is a beautiful, lovely thing to hold. And it's important to think about how you want to create beauty in your days. So I know I've done this before, but I just want to show you one little thing I've mentioned before. If you have the edge of your linen, like the edge of your linen that's finished, you don't need to fold it over. You can just sew it on straight. There we go. Just like that. So I'm going to sew this on my frame, and I'm just wondering if you guys are thinking about color. Course is going to be about. We have two main courses coming up this year. Well, we're going to do our online winter course, which I don't know what that is yet. So if you can guess it, you're better than me. So I don't know that one, but I have plans for two courses. So I was thinking this morning, for those of you who haven't taken a course for a while, or you've already taken Tiny Landscapes and you're thinking September, I'd like to be learning something. I'm wondering if you have any idea what we might be teaching next. Any thoughts? I'm working on two different courses that are both fairly big courses. They're all about rug hooking, of course. We got any guesses out there? No one has any idea. Okay.
Patricia Fowler says people.
People is, yeah, we're doing a mini course on people at the end of September. For sure we are, Patricia.
Martha's saying dyeing wool.
Dyeing wool, that's interesting. No, we did a lot of dyeing wool in our color school, which we'll offer again in the spring.
I'm sorry, Deanne, we cut out for a second. What was the question again?
The question was, does anyone have any idea what two new courses I'm working on for you guys coming up later in the fall and right after Christmas?
The one in the fall will take over from your fiber festival, like the fiber arts festival.
That's right, it kind of will, because we won't be doing that this year. Yeah, we used to do an in-person course.
And I had this name wrong before. It's Twisted Dye Kitchen.
Oh, Twisted Dye Kitchen, yeah.
She was thinking color and design.
Color and design. We've offered that before, and we'll be offering it we've offered color, and we have color school and design school, which comes up in the spring, and we'll offer it again in the spring.
And then I had the seascape.
Seascapes? That's a good idea. I think we are doing seascapes for one little short, just a little short course. But these are like my big courses. No one has any idea.
Lettering in your rugs?
No, but that's a great idea. I don't have that planned. So when I'm planning a course, I'm working on it. I don't know. What do I do, Angela? I just sit in here and type all day, I guess, don't I?
Mm-hmm. You read a lot.
I read a lot. I'm reading a lot, yeah.
The winter landscape?
No, we did that a couple of years ago. We did a winter retreat course. No, it's not winter landscapes. Oh, it's so much fun that you can't guess. I hope that's a good sign, that it's something that will excite you.
Rocky says psychedelic hooking. That would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Maybe Rocky will have to teach that one, because I don't know where I'd begin with that one. So I've sewn this on, and then where do you start with when you're hooking a rug? Like, once you get it on the frame, is there a place where you should start? That's my question to you now. Does anyone think that there's a place where you should start, or does it not matter?
You've mermaids, northern lights.
Oh, those are all good ideas, you guys.
There were some beautiful Northern Lights rugs on Wild with Wool.
Yeah, Linda Smith's rug of the moose. Ooh, caribou. I'm not sure which it was, but it was gorgeous. She had been in our caribou class, I think, so it must have been caribou. But it was beautiful.
And this is a new course. It's not like your Harbor Master class. Right?
No, this isn't. We're going to have 2 new courses coming up this fall. So if you've already taken Tiny Landscapes and you think, gosh, she's offering the same thing this year as she did last year, don't worry. I've been working. I got my head down. Sometimes I got my feet up reading. Yesterday I was reading. I fell asleep here in the chair. Did you know I fell asleep yesterday, Angela?
No, I did.
Did you know, Lorna? Yeah. Sometimes I snore, so
Every now and
sometimes.
then I take a picture just to laugh, you know.
Did you get a picture yesterday?
Yeah.
No?
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while, yeah.
Someone said animals.
Animals would be great.
And someone said, give some hints.
You want some hints? Well, the one I'm doing for the fall, I'll give you one hint, but I'm not telling anyone yet. I'm not ready. If you guess, even if you guess, I might have to let up a bit. But it has a lot to do with what brought me to rug hooking in the first place. So I filmed the introduction for it yesterday. And Angela's been doing a lot of work on it, haven't you, Angela? You've been planning So there is something exciting coming.
It's going to be awesome. It is awesome.
It's going to be awesome, yeah. And it has something to do with what brought me to rug hooking in the beginning. Now do you want to guess? Come on. It's a little bit of fun. Okay.
A lot of people are saying they start with an outline.
They start with an outline. Excellent. I think that's true. Yeah. I think, yeah, me too. I almost always start with an outline. Not every time, like maybe not in a field rug, but a lot of times I do, and I probably will in this one. I probably will start by outlining the women in this rug, but I think the place to begin is often, like in this rug for me, the place to begin would be with the women and the waves. In the main objects, I think those are good starting places. Now, I'm not making that a rule or anything. It doesn't have to be a rule. You could start with what inspires you. But for me, I just love like how this, see how this is a wave, a loop, a wave, and a wave. Like, to me, that's a real nod to tradition right there, right? Because that sort of ends up looking kind of like a border a little bit, which I find interesting. That came out right now in this rug. And whenever I draw or make things, like things come out that I don't even know that I'm thinking or feeling, I guess. And I have these women in their bare feet riding these waves. And first I had her with her hand sort of holding on her hip. And I was like, who rides a wave with their hand on their hip? Like, you're going to ride a wave, you're going to put those arms out, and you're going to go. You're going to have a good go at it. So I'm probably going to start, I'm going to start by, sorry, Angela, that's kind of in your way there. I'm going to start over here. I think it's important to start at the place where you love, in the rug. And for me, it's probably going to be those women. I'm not going to be able to outline the whole thing, but I'm going to hitch this up nice and tight to my giddy up here. There we go. I think I could pull it down a little bit, get more of the second woman. But yeah, I think that's a really good answer, is that oftentimes we're going to start with an outline. Okay. So I got another letter to read to you. I write these Sunday letters, and sometimes people write me back. And I've been thinking a lot about love lately. Loving what you do. And I wrote a Sunday letter about love. We're going to start the podcast again soon. Did you get the email I sent you, Angela, about the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea, too. I think instead of doing the podcast weekly and taking a break in the summer, I'm going to do the podcast monthly. I don't think I can manage to do a podcast weekly. I don't think I can commit to that this year and write these courses. So we're going to have a monthly podcast, and I've got quite a few of them taped. I better write that on my list to do. Podcast. Organize the podcast. Because I really want to make sure that that I have a podcast for you and that it's a good podcast. And so one of the things I have been thinking about lately is using the Sunday letters to inspire some of the podcasts. And I will be doing some of that. But also we'll be doing some interviews with people. And we will be talking about rug hooking a bit in the podcast. But it's going to come out once a month. And it'll probably be I'm not sure, we're going to pick probably a Monday, like the second Monday or something of the month, and put it out. Because we're doing this show weekly and we want to keep doing it. I think it's a good show. I think there's lots to teach and there's lots to learn here. And I know we post these on YouTube, and we post them on YouTube, and we post them on our blog under Lives on the website. And coming up with a second show every week, I just was feeling a little overwhelmed. And I don't think that's what creativity is about. It's not about overwhelm. It's about love and putting yourself into what you're doing and doing what you can. So we're going to choose a day, and the podcast will begin again in September, and it will be once a month. So I got a beautiful letter this month, and I think it was in response to the Sunday letter that I wrote about love. And so get ready for this. This is from Andy. After reading this, I have to share with Deanne my husband's love. It is a rug hooking story. In truth, it has to do with my very first wool hooking rug. I say wool hooking because I've made other types of rugs long, long ago before I met my husband, Joe. I am an artist too, and I try all types of different art forms over the years, and my Joe has never complained. I think he figured out early in our marriage to just go with the flow. He tolerated my all-nighters, and I tolerated the sound of NASCAR every weekend. LOL. So when I came across rug hooking one day on YouTube, it just grabbed my attention. I started intentionally watching video after video about it, and some of your videos as well. I decided that I would design a bedside rug for Joe and ordered some rug hooking linen. I asked Joe if he would mind taking me to the thrift store shopping. I'm disabled from falling down our stairs, and I have to use one of my special walkers with the wheels and built-in seats so I can sit when I get fatigued, which is quickly. So my Joe agreed to take me thrift store shopping. He asked me what I was looking for, so I informed him that I was looking for clothing made from 100% wool, and to start looking at the larger sized items first. The dear man began looking in the men's area while I worked my way through the women's area. I found a silk dress while hunting and heard my inner Deanne scream, "Grab it, LOL." So my Joe decided to drive me to multiple thrift stores, and he even gave up his NASCAR watching to help me with my project, and without a clue that the project was being made for him. My son helped me after we got home by running downstairs to launder all the wool clothing, not just once, but again after I dyed it all. Did I forget to mention, Joe even went by himself to buy the different colors of dyes I requested, and so it all began with my wool rug hooking. The Bunny Love bedside rug began. It is a big rug, and I designed it myself. I should have started smaller, and I should have rethought that blue striping. I'm still working on it 5 years later. Unfortunately, my husband never saw it finished. He passed away March 30th of this year. So now I am working on that rug, trying to get it finished, and every time I look over it, I can see Joe's love. I will finish it. Joe and I were married on April Fool's Day 34 years ago. Everyone said we were fools to get married. We only dated for 2 months. So we decided if everyone was calling us fools, why not make it official to marry the biggest Fool's Day there is? That's April 1st. LOL. Anyhow, I think I will change the name of my rug to Joe's Love. I'm sorry this is such a long email for you to read, but I just had to share Joe's love with you. So I just think that's so beautiful that they shared this together, and that it goes on, her love and his love for the craft goes on. And thank you, Andy, for sending us such a beautiful letter and allowing us. We asked Andy, of course, if we could share it with you. And that it's really important in our lives to have people who support our craft and our work. And that's, and our partners do that for us. And I think it's a beautiful story. And I'm happy to share it with you because I know that you love rug hooking too. And that there's so much love in art, and there's so much love in creativity, and there's so much love in rug hooking. So I'm going to ask you to share this video and get the word out there about this beautiful craft that we can take with us everywhere we go, and we can make from thrifts. We can go to thrift stores and gather wool, or we can buy new yarn or new wool or whatever, but we can make, and in that making we can spread lots of love. So that's my story for today. I don't think there was anything else I needed to tell you today. Anything you need to tell me?
I think we're both back here tearing up.
You are, I know. Yeah, it's a sad story. It's a sad story, but it is a story about love and how rug hooking connects us to each other. And I just couldn't, I just had to share it with you guys. So, take care, you guys. See you next week. Facebook and Instagram, 2 o'clock on Thursday. Share the video.